Hi Hazel, Professor Ball here. How's it going? So let's talk about paper number 3. So the first thing I look at is MLA format. So you have your last name and page number here. This is out of order. It'll go your name, my name, the class, and the date. And here, just put Professor Ball. Maternal manipulation. With the clashing reactions of abortion, many women are being deceived, unable to make their own choice. It has raised debate questioning moral and religious factors of abortion clinics where they are tricking women. Furthermore, John Oliver promotes the issue this is kind of odd right here, that pregnancy clinics are forcing women to stop having abortions in crisis pregnancy centers last week tonight with John Oliver, using visuals, tone, and statistics to persuade the audience. Thereafter, with a variety of visual representation, Oliver persuades the audience of the reality of pregnancy centers. So you set this up well, you offered some background, a little context, then you got a little more specific with what you're talking about, and then you have your thesis. So based on this, it'll be visuals first, and then tone, and then statistics, and then this, the persuasion. To explain the dilemma to the audience, John Oliver reports with a variation of visual representation to gain the audience's attention. For example, in the beginning, he uses an advertisement from a CPC. What is so a crisis pregnancy center. So you said it here in your title, but from a crisis pregnancy center, parentheses, CPC for an abortion option, jelly on the belly. Oliver gained the audience's attention because it is a serious example. Okay, so hold on. Using visuals, okay. Oliver gained the audience's attention because it is a serious example of how CPCs are tricking other people. He makes a comment, jelly on the belly, so this is good. You have a quote within a quote, so you know how to do that, is a pretty childish way to describe an important medical procedure. He convinces the audience by identifying an illustration of CPCs and including more information after. Oliver makes his analysis. The advertisement does not say information or state the importance about the abortion practice. This is weird. Oliver makes his analysis something. Take another look at that, Hazel. Not only does he use an advertisement, but he also uses a clip with the founder of a CPC speaking about abortions from a documentary. In the video, she explains women should not have abortions and provides examples of how they are not given a choice. She states, women are made to protect and to guard and to die for their babies, but not for their babies to die for them. Oliver then gives a sarcastic viewpoint. For here, since this is not a verb, just do colon, so viewpoint ... The only females made to die for their children are Pacific salmon. Okay, that's funny. With the use of the video, he is able to justify his opinions. In addition, Oliver uses another example with a news broadcast clip of a person being forced away from the abortion clinic. And just a little side note, I think there's a couple states now where there's only one abortion clinic, like in the whole state of Montana or in the whole state of Arkansas, which is not fair at all. All right. To explain, the broadcasted video further rationalizes Oliver's opinion because it adds more information. Moreover, throughout the monologue, he persuades his audience by displaying different sources of evidence, including tone. All right, so that's a good transition because you're going to talk about tone here. Reporting on the situation, Oliver reviews the problem happening in CPCs with a satirical tone. Moreover, he reports with humor to lighten the mood using a clip from CBN about women who give ultrasounds and says, if you're going to write an unrequested message, at least be creative about it. Write, I'm totally pooping in here. He pokes fun at the event in order to ratify his stance. Okay, so I've heard of CBN. I've actually used videos from them to talk about craziness. And I shouldn't say craziness. Their viewpoints on certain topics. And you would want to put from the TV network CBN or from the Christian Broadcasting Network, parentheses CBN. With humor, he entices the audience to make a change. Oliver includes how the CPCs are manipulating the women's, apostrophe S, emotions, defending his opinion on CPCs. In addition, he states, if you want fewer abortions, you should love birth control. You should fill Pez dispensers with birth control. That's funny. Pills. You should be giving condoms to trick-or-treaters and IUD earrings as hostess gifts. He's good. Using humor, making them respond with laughter or discontent. that sounds like a fragment. Using humor, he is making them respond with laughter, discontent. The jokes against the events make the audience internalize the situation because laughter is a sign they understand. However, he still provides an analysis of CPCs, preventing abortions, clarifying they are a fraud. What is another way to refer to CPCs besides these crisis centers? Because you're using it quite a bit. Also, another joke made against CPCs is many CPCs include the word choice in their name, and I know that almost every product is a bit of misleading advertising. No one would buy Pepsi if they were honest and called it Sad Coke. He relates to other advertisements with sarcasm, comparing it to the negative outcomes of CPCs. By mocking it, Oliver amuses the audience and he proves his point with examples. Further, the satiric tone influences the audience's opinion. This is apostrophe S, besides the use of statistics. Good. So let me go back to your thesis. Statistics, okay. Okay, the reality. All right. Although Oliver uses humor to explain the issue, he still validates his opinion with statistics. In addition, he reports there are now 2,700 pregnancy centers in America, compared to at least 1,700 abortion providers, and the discrepancies are even worse in certain states. Oh, there we go. Mississippi, for example, has 1 abortion clinic and 38 crisis pregnancy centers. Wow. So if they are that prevalent, people should absolutely know what they are. Because he uses statistics, he provides an example of conflict between pregnancy centers and abortion rates. In order to build his argument, not only does the statistical data provide background, but shows the results. He also states the amount to identify the setback of women getting abortions. Also, he states, the government actually funds CPCs. You are paying for them, and 16 states use taxpayer money to fund them directly. Just a little side note that's interesting. There are so many people who say, well, I don't want my tax dollars going to abortion clinics. Well, I would be one of those that wouldn't want my tax money going to these CPCs. Was California one of those states, Hazel? I don't think so, but if it is, let me know. With another example, he provides concrete evidence reinforcing how CPCs can also affect the audience. So Oliver enforces the problems with CPCs. Now do you see it, CPCs? By specifically stating facts about them. Further, Oliver announces his opposition on CPCs with references of media, change of tone, and evidence. I'm just going to do something real quick. You can't see it on your end, but I'm going to type in the word CPC, and it's used 16 times. So you could say they or them, the organization, these people, something along those lines. Sometimes you can combine the sentence and get rid of one of them. And then you mentioned Oliver 17 times. And you're going to say, well, yeah, that's his name. Yes. But there are other ways to refer to him. So as the host, the TV host, the journalist, the author, the father of 2, the British native, or the London native, the former Daily Show correspondent. You'd have to do a little research on that to see how else you could refer to him. Okay. Excuse me. Abortion has caused mixed emotion for many people, but there are still people who consider the choice due to their poor circumstances. Correct. Moreover, John Oliver concludes, the tactics of CPCs often used are disingenuous and predatory, and it is absolutely critical people understand that, but they don't. He tries to persuade his point using aspects such as tone, semicolon is fine. Visual aids such as videos, pictures, and text in order to explain the importance. Rhetoric, such as ethos, pathos, logos, and kairos provide a way to convince the audience. However, it can also be represented visually, statistically, and emotionally in order to convey the message. So I see wrapping things up and connecting it to the prompt. This is new information here. It's like, he said I could mention it. Let me throw it in there. I would take that out because it's new information unless you bring it into your thesis. You respond very well to the paper, Hazel. The only thing that would not make this an A is the fact that if you look at the prompt, number 6, it says, you need to see what other people are saying about CPCs or abortion. And that's a basic research component to this paper. And it wasn't in the video that I posted, but it is in the prompt. And then I mentioned it a couple times through announcements. So that would be the only thing that would keep it from being an A. So it's going to be a B. Here you would do the last name. So Oliver, comma, John, period, crisis pregnancy test centers, close the quotations, last week tonight with John Oliver in italics, and then you have the date. So you almost have it. All right, so there you go. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.